So, we got the first pay-per-view in the books with Triple H as head creative. So, was SummerSlam good? We'll find out here in a few minutes, right here on the Juggernaut Show. Okay, what is going on, good people? And welcome back to another edition of the Juggernaut Show. I'm your host, Juggernaut097, and today I'm here to review WWE SummerSlam 2022. And that was a really good show on Saturday night. I really enjoyed this show. Like, there were a few matches, even the matches I didn't really care about that much, were actually pretty decent. There wasn't really anything bad on this card. It's like wrestling wise, and they had some pretty good moments. And I feel like Triple H, this has Triple H's fingerprints right all over this card. It doesn't feel like a Vince McMahon. I mean, a little bit it feels like Vince McMahon, the final Vince McMahon written storylines. But a lot of it doesn't feel like Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard. It has a lot of Triple H fingerprints right over it. Which, there's some optimism that I have with WWE now, which I haven't been looking forward. I'm looking forward to Monday Night Raw tonight to see what happens on the show, to see what happens on Raw after, the chaos what happened at SummerSlam. So it's going to be interesting to see. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this review. So, the first match that opened up the show was the WWE Raw Women's Championship match. We had Bianca Belair defending the title against Becky Lynch. And this was a good match. This was a year culminating. I can't even say the word right. It was basically a year since when Becky Lynch returned, and now they're doing the match here, which everybody thought, oh, maybe is Bianca Belair going to be winning in like 26 seconds? Is she going to be given the same getting the revenge like what happened last year? But that wasn't the case here. And we got my boy Kicking It with Leo in the comments section. Kicking It with Leo says, yo, go subscribe to Juggernaut097 or you will get shot by Walter in your sleep. Exactly. Hey, thanks for showing up, Kicking It with Leo. And also go subscribe to Kicking It with Leo as well. He does some great YouTube content over there. And he's been on my streams as well. So go subscribe to Kicking It with Leo. But no, this match here, I thought this match was really good. Becky and Bianca, they had some really good chemistry in the ring. I really like when I really like when Becky was doing some hair pulling, and there was one moment where I think it was Bianca, she was on the top rope, and then Becky pulled her hair and pulled her into a manhandle slam. I really enjoyed that spot in the match. As I feel like this have really good chemistry, and that ending, that was a really clean ending when Bianca Belair hit the Spanish Fly from the second rope, and then hit the Kiss of Death, the KOD, to get the 1, 2, 3. So still the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, which I thought was great. And then after the match, it was weird because I wasn't expecting a Becky Lynch, the handshaker. I thought, oh, maybe she might attack her after the match or something, when she pulls her hand out, because it was like last year where it was Becky Lynch. She put her hand out and then hit the manhandle slam. So was that the same results going to happen? But no, they shook hands, they hugged. So it looks like now we got a face Becky Lynch. And then after the match, after this, we had the return of Bayley. I marked the hell out for this. I was not expecting Bayley to be returning here. I was maybe expecting her to return maybe in the Ronda and Liv Morgan match. But yeah, I wasn't expecting her to return in this match here. So we had Bayley come out, and Bianca Belair's face, her face was priceless. Like she was so shocked. You know, she was kind of like a little kid. You know, she was kind of like being acting like a fan a little bit there. And then that's not the only return we had here. We had Dakota Kai come out next, which Dakota Kai, you know, she was released back in April. You know, when they did the big, massive WWE release. So we had Dakota Kai, and she's back in WWE, which I'm happy about. I'm happy Dakota Kai's back because I thought she had a lot of potential. Dakota Kai had a lot of potential. And then that's not the only one. That's not the other one who came back. And then we had Io Shirai, or as known as Iyo Sky now. She came back as well. Which there were rumors of her wanting to go back to Stardom, and rumors her being like halfway out the door, like she's done with WWE. So that's cool that these two girls from NXT are brought to the main roster now, and they're brought to somebody who's pretty known on the main roster. You know, Bayley, like a fan favorite. You know, people know who Bayley is, so put some girls that need help, getting over a little bit, put them with Bayley. So I feel like that's going to be good. But at the same time, I feel like this match was, these other returns were kind of like outshadowed Bayley. No, Bayley got outshadowed by like and Io Shirai and Dakota Kai. I feel like maybe they should have saved this for Monday Night Raw. Like maybe go like, hey, she brought some backup with her. But I mean, it's cool that they brought him here, and this gives a feel. It feels like this gives a re-energizes the women's division because we definitely needed this. We definitely needed this, and to see Becky and Bianca Belair standing side by side, that was a really cool moment. I was really down. That was awesome to see. I was like, maybe will we get an air return like Sasha Banks? I feel like now we could definitely be seeing Sasha Banks and Naomi return. Who knows when? I have no idea. Maybe tonight on Monday Night Raw. That would be really cool to see Sasha and Naomi return because Triple H wants those two women back. So who knows? But they probably have to pay him more now because but I guess we'll see what happens with that. But this is definitely what the women's division needed because they needed some more women on this main roster. They need to spice this up because there's too many women that are constantly around the title picture. The same women all the time. So, I'm happy what they did here. And Triple H is just beginning. He's just beginning as head of creative. So, props to WWE there. Good opening and some pretty good returns here. So, yeah. Let's move on to the next match, which we had was Logan Paul going up against the Miz, and Maurice and Ciampa was in the Miz's corner. Going into this match, I wasn't really looking forward to this match at all. But I gotta give Logan Paul the credit here. He has been training a lot. And he showed glimpses of what he could do at WrestleMania. In that tag team match, with the Miz. He showed glimpses there. But now he's not in a tag team match. He's not in a tag team. So he was basically on his own here, doing his own work. And he was doing pretty good. Logan Paul, he's been training. I think he's been training with AJ Styles. AJ Styles has been training him. So that's pretty cool. Which you kind of see that a little bit there. But I think the coolest spot that happened in this match when Logan Paul he hit a frog splash off onto Miz on the announce table. That was cool, and then broke the whole announce table. That was really dope. And Logan Paul, he was hitting some nice cross bodies, nice moonsaults. He was looking pretty decent. And I think Logan Paul is really serious about this. But the thing with Logan Paul, he comes off as a natural heel. Like they keep trying to shove him down our throats, trying to make him this baby face. Like when he talks on the mic, he's very heel like. And then when he gets in the ring, he wrestles like a face. So maybe if you want to keep him as a face, um maybe get like a manager or get somebody for him where he doesn't have to talk. Because like he's just naturally a prick. He just looks like he also looks like a prick a little bit as well. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I gotta give Logan Paul his credit here. He was doing pretty good stuff here. Um, and Logan Paul, he hit the skull crushing finale on the Miz to get the win, which that's terrible when you get hit with your own finisher and you get beat by your own finisher. Like, I mean, the Miz was, just here in this match. He was like a crash test dummy in this match. Really wasn't doing much. Just going through the motions. Um, Also, we had AJ Styles come out. Help out Logan Paul. Take out Ciampa. So it looks like maybe we might be getting. I don't know if this is exactly over yet. Maybe we might get a tag team feud with the Miz and Ciampa going up against like Logan Paul and AJ Styles, or maybe just have AJ Styles and Ciampa go onto a feud with each other. I wouldn't mind that, but because I feel like they need to have Ciampa doing his own stuff and like go on, like get more over on the main roster. He doesn't need to be with the Miz. I didn't like how he had the same attire as the Miz also. Like I just wasn't a fan of that. So I feel like a AJ Styles and Ciampa feud would benefit Ciampa. And go in the comments and tell me what you guys think about that. If you would be like to see that feud with Ciampa and AJ Styles, because I think that'd be pretty good. Two good wrestlers. So yeah, let's move on to the next match here, which we had was the United States Championship match. Bobby Lashley was defending the title against Theory. This was a really short match here. This was very short. It's like a 4-minute match. We're at the gate. Theory, starts hitting Bobby Lashley with the briefcase. Then, other than that, Bobby Lashley had mainly control over this match. I mean, Theory was acting like a chicken shit heel in this match, running away from Bobby Lashley. And then it basically came down to the end here where Theory tried to hit that like drop kick into the ring, like through the middle rope. And then Bobby Lashley reversed it like to a gorilla press, and then locked in the Hurt Lock. And Theory tapped out really quick. So I'm kind of confused how they're booking Theory right now because he's the Money Bank holder, which usually this is how the Money Bank winners look. Usually they get beat, and then finally they get a win, and then they finally win the title. Because that's usually what happens when you're the Money Bank holder, which is it's very odd. I never understood why they book them that way. Like they make them look very weak, especially the heel Money Bank holders. They make them look very weak, make them get beat constantly. Like you would think you want to like if you're holding the Money in the Bank, you would think you want to keep them looking strong. Win a lot of matches. Be looking strong. But no, they're just making Theory look like this chicken shit heel runaway, and he's losing most of his matches. So I don't know, and who knows? Maybe under Triple H, maybe he might not end up. Maybe he might actually have a fail cash in. When he finally tries to cash in, which we'll talk about more later when we get to the main event. But yeah, I thought this was a good match. Though. I mean, I didn't think it was that great of a match. Sorry, but I mean, it was just here. And then the next match we had was a no disqualification tag team match. We had the Mysterios, Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio going up against the Judgment Day. Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley was ringside. This was an okay tag team match. Nothing crazy. I mean, Finn Balor was doing a lot of mocking of Eddie Guerrero in this match, like in the Three Amigos. And, at this point, let the man rest. Like, let Eddie Guerrero rest at this point. Like, seriously. Like, let's let the man rest. It's been 17 years since, since he passed. So, I mean, just let him rest. And, I thought this was a decent match, like I said. But I was waiting more for, like, the Edge return, which, it got spoiled on the kickoff. they did like the vignette that's saying, "Oh, Edge is returning at tonight." So I don't really like how they did that. I wish they would have kept it as a surprise. But I mean, everybody already expected Edge to be returning here. Everybody, everybody and their mama expected Edge to be returning here. So basically, the Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor, they were about to, destroy Rey Mysterio. And you heard the brew music, and it went up to the stage, and it showed some steps, and it was all on fire, and then Edge came through it. So we had the return of Edge here, in the red jacket, and with the black shades, with the cut, with a haircut, looking like a devil, looking like he was a demon here. He was all, he was getting his revenge on the Judgment Day here. So takes out Damian Priest, hits a spear on Finn Balor, and then Rey Mysterio hits a 619 to get the 1-2-3. So the Mysterio's won this match. Like I said, I think people were, anticipating more for the Edge for Edge to come back here. So people weren't really caring much about this match. That's what came off for me. Like watching this on TV. But I mean, it was decent for what it was, and I feel like since with Edge returning, I feel like there's no way that he's not coming back to lose. He's come back to destroy the Judgment Day, which is really unfortunate because I feel like the Judgment Day could have went really far, under good storytelling and good writing. And it's just mind-boggling. It just baffles me that Edge got kicked out of the group still, because I feel like Edge could have been a great leader. Or maybe like they brought a person back like Bray Wyatt, or the Fiend, brought him back and led the Judgment Day, because like a very demonic, very dark group. But yeah, it's just unfortunate because I feel like Finn Balor and like Damian Priest, they could went pretty far with Edge, or somebody under good leadership. But this group is probably going to be getting disbanded, and it's just we're not going to see that anymore Judgment Day, which is unfortunate because like I said, I thought this group could have been very good. But we'll move on to the next match here, which we had was Pat McAfee going up against Happy Corbin. So this was a very enjoyable match. I really enjoyed it. I went back and watched this match again. Pat McAfee wearing the Jordan 6s. He was looking fly out there. Those were the same Jordan 6s that he wore at that NXT takeover. Was it 30? No, I don't think it was 30. Or it was one of those NXT takeovers where he faced Adam Cole. So he was wearing the same Jordans there. And I also like the entrance that Happy Corbin was getting, like they had a choir for singing bum ass Corbin, which I thought that was hilarious. But no, this was enjoyable. You had Happy Corbin, being healing it up in this match, talking trash to Pat McAfee here. And pushing Michael Cole. Which Michael Cole, he wasn't bad on commentary. Like I used to hate Michael Cole on commentary. But here he didn't have, Vince McMahon in his ear, like yelling at him constantly 24/7. So everybody I felt like was themselves on this show. Triple H goes like, hey, you go out, everybody go out and do their thing, and then on Monday night we'll fix what we need to fix. And I felt like everybody had a fun time. Like everybody felt like more relaxed, and everybody felt like they had more fun with this show, or more fun on this show, which hasn't been that way for a long time. But Pat McAfee, he was doing some pretty good stuff here. I mean, hitting nice, jumping up to the top rope. I mean, he kind of botched it a little bit, but he still landed up there. He still looked clean when he hit that superplex. So Pat McAfee was looking good. But the ending came when Baron Corbin was trying to hit the end of days, and then the referee got knocked down, and Pat McAfee kicked him in the coconuts or the grapefruits or the ding ding. Kicked him in the balls, basically. Okay, if you guys don't know, I'm getting that. So kicked him there, and then Pat McAfee went up to the second rope and hit a sunset flip to get the 1-2-3. So the winner of the match was Pat McAfee. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed this. I'm happy for Pat McAfee here. So basically, guys, revenge from what happened on Friday Night SmackDown when Baron Corbin kicked Pat McAfee in the balls. So, so Pat McAfee guys revenge. And we'll see what happens from here. And then next we had was the Undisputed Tag Team Championships on the line, and we had Jeff Jarrett as a special guest referee. The Usos were defending the titles against the Street Profits, Angelo, Dawkins, and Montez Ford. This was a good match, but I don't think it was definitely not as good as the. It was definitely not as good as the Money in the Bank match here. Like, I was hoping this match was going to be like even better than the Money in the Bank match. Like, I thought it was going to be like FTR and the Briscoes. I thought that's how good this match was going to be. But I feel like the thing that took away from this match was Jeff Jarrett, as a special guest referee. He's being very overbearing. He was being very, hands-on with the Usos and the Street Profits. So I feel like that's what kind of took this match a little bit away. But I mean, it was a solid match. I mean, your typical Usos and Street Profits Street Profits match. I really enjoyed when I like the spot when Montez Ford, he went up to the top rope and hit a splash. And he got close. He got a near fall on that, and then Montez Ford, was getting in the face of Jeff Jarrett, saying that how he's pissed and stuff. That that wasn't a 3. And then basically Angelo Dawkins, he gets a tag in. They throw the Usos throw Montez Ford over the barricade, and the Usos double team on Angelo Dawkins. And then they hit the 1D to get the 1-2-3. So still the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, the Usos. And so the match, it was just a decent match, but I feel like they're planting seeds to a Montez Ford heel turn or like a breakup of the Street Profits, because it just seems like his face, like he just seemed like really pissed, and it seems like that Montez Ford, he wants to go rogue. That's what it felt like for me. But I mean, like I said, I hope this feud is over with. But really, when you think of it, what tag teams do they have right now in WWE? I mean, you got the Usos, which they're tag team champions right now. You got the Street Profits, which I feel like they're about to be broken up as a tag team. And then you have the Alpha Academy, the Viking Raiders. I really can't think of any other tag teams, and my phone is going off right now. Got notifications going off right now on Facebook. Yeah, I just wonder what tag teams like. They need to bring up some tag teams from NXT. Like, I tell you that tag team division right now in WWE is not that strong. Like, they're gonna need to get this tag team division ramped up, revamped more. So yeah, but it's just gonna be interesting where they go with all. I don't want them to split up the Street Profits right now, but I feel like it's coming eventually, and we're gonna see some things on Monday Night Raw. Maybe they're gonna be upset with each other, so it's gonna be interesting to see the results from SummerSlam here on tonight on Raw. And then let's go on to the next match, which we have was Liv Morgan defending the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship against Ronda Rousey. I thought so. This was another kind of like squash match. I mean, Ronda Rousey, she had a lot of she was very dominant in this match. She was very, very dominant in this match. I mean, you had Liv Morgan getting some offense in this match here. She hit like a crucifix bomb, which I mean that was nice, but the majority of this match, Ronda Rousey was just working on her arm. Kept working on Liv Morgan's arm, and then Ronda Rousey put in the cross arm breaker or the arm bar, whatever you want to call it, and then you had Liv Morgan stack up Ronda Rousey, and then you had Ronda Rousey's shoulders to the mat, and the referee counted a 1, 2, 3. But before the referee hit the 3 count, Liv Morgan started tapping out. So we had a little bit of controversy here. So I was going, how are they going to have Liv Morgan retain the? How are they going to have Liv Morgan retain the SmackDown Women's Championship? Like legitimately. And this was actually a really smart way they did this. This was really smart. So this reminds me of what they did back at, like, I think Vengeance 2002 or 2001. I can't remember what year it was, but with like Kurt Angle and The Undertaker. So I feel like the tap out should like supersede the pinfall, but like I guess that they wanted to go with the pinfall more, which it really doesn't make sense because like a tap out is more like legitimate than the pinfall here. And like I said, Liv Morgan, she tapped out before the 3 count, so technically Ronda Rousey should be the champion, but they still wanted to keep it on Liv Morgan here. And then after the match, we had Ronda Rousey. She was pissed, because she technically she should be a champion. So she beat up the referee, she beat up Liv Morgan, and it was funny. So like the crowd, they booed when Rousey beat up Liv, and then cheered when the crowd cheered when Rousey beat up the referee. So I was kind of confused, like which way the fans were like they wanted to cheer Rousey at the same time they wanted to boo her. So I didn't know what direction they wanted to go with her. But no, she's a heel now. Ronda Rousey is definitely a heel now, so they're probably going to have a rematch at Clash at the Castle. Maybe. I mean, my boys on the Flex Zone podcast, they're saying maybe a triple threat match. Maybe have Charlotte come back, and I hope not. I don't want to see Charlotte come back, but I wouldn't be surprised if she does. And inserts herself in this title picture. But yeah, let's move on to the next match, which we have was the main event for the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship. And it was in the last man standing match. I don't know if I said that. But Roman Reigns was defending the title against Brock Lesnar. And I thought, I was kind of looking at the time before, when I was watching this live, I was watching the time before it went off the air. I was like, oh no, this is going to be just like another match that, happened at, WrestleMania. Like, this is going to be like shades of what happened at Mania. It's going to be a quick squash match, it's going to be like an 8-minute match, and, one of these guys is going to win. But that wasn't the case. This was a good match. This was one of the best matches I've seen like in recent years of WWE for a long time. You had, this wasn't your typical Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar match. I think this is probably my favorite Lesnar Roman Reigns match. This is up there with them. Like, we had so many at this point. Like, this is so hard, like, to know which one's which at this point. But they fought on the crowd. You had Roman Reigns hit a Uranagi onto Brock Lesnar through a table. You had Roman put Brock Lesnar through another table. It was a Samoan drop. Yeah, Brock. The entrances were very long also for this as well. The entrances were very, very long. Like, I feel like the entrances are longer than the match a little bit, but no, actually the match was longer. And then you had Brock Lesnar coming out on a tractor, which I thought was very cool. That was very, Cowboy Brock. Cowboy Brock there. So I thought that was interesting. But I think the really cool part about this match was like when Brock Lesnar brought the tractor out, and like he tipped over, like he kind of like tilted the ring up in the air, which I kind of felt bad for the people that were watching it live there because that obstructed their view for seeing the rest of this match. So I kind of felt bad for that. But no, this was a really fun match. I really enjoyed it. I mean, we had the Usos get involved, try to help out Roman Reigns, of course. You had Brock Lesnar F5 Paul Heyman, which I like the dialogue between Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar here, like going back on their past, because he gave he goes like I can't remember what Paul Heyman said, but he just gave Brock Lesnar the titles. He goes like, I'm trying to save my tribal chief. Here, you take the titles. I'm saving my guy Roman Reigns here. So I thought that was very hilarious what Paul Heyman was saying. But yeah, Paul Heyman, he took an F5 through the announce table. We had Austin Theory try to come out, try to cash in, but that was a definitely fail because like he got beat up by both Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. I like how both Lesnar and Roman Reigns were utilizing the briefcase, like trying to beat each other up with that. So I thought that was interesting. Like I said, the Usos came out. But the end came when the Usos and Roman Reigns, they were just stacking. Like they were literally burying Brock Lesnar here. They buried him like with some of the announce table. They put chairs on him. They put some like bricks on him. Like they just so Brock Lesnar wouldn't be able to get up to the count 10. That's what we had to do to keep Lesnar down. Like he just kept getting back up and back up because he is a beast. He's a beast incarnate. That's what they call him, the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. So that was crazy stuff that was going down there. But yeah, Roman Reigns is still the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. So I really enjoyed it. Really fun last man standing match. One of the best I've seen in recent years. So I give W props for doing that. I got like, oh no, this is gonna be a normal Lesnar and Roman Reigns match. But like I said, that wasn't the case. So that was my WWE SummerSlam 2022 review. Go down in the comments. Tell me what you thought of the show. What was your favorite match? Did you like the show? Did you not like the show? And tell me what you didn't like about the show also. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button also as well. If this is your first time ever checking out my channel. And also turn on that post notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And also go follow me on all my social media platforms. Go follow me on Instagram, The True JSB. And go follow me on Twitter at The True JSB as well. So both of those are the same. And you guys can go check out the links to those in the description as well. And also go subscribe to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. The only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an Instant Classic. And also, I got to pull this comment back up here. Go subscribe to Kicking It with Leo. You can see that right there. Go subscribe to him. Or else, like he says, you will get chopped in your sleep by Walter. I mean, that's what he says. So you better go do it. And the same thing for me as well. So, like I said, I mean, also hit the like button, hit dislike, whatever you want to do. Like, dislike, whatever you want to do. More preferably, I like you hit the like button. I like that you hit the like button, but you can do whatever you want to do. Also, don't forget to share this video. And some videos I got coming up. So I'm going to be doing some more retro reviews. We got August coming up. So it is August now. So usually that's when SummerSlam is. So I might do some, since it's still August and stuff, I might do some like live reactions to like old SummerSlams. We'll review some old SummerSlams for you guys. So stay tuned for that. Also, I'm going to try to do some more live reactions maybe for like AEW, because like I want to do some different things on my channel. Maybe do some like news type of videos. So stay tuned for that. But whenever I see you guys on my next video, I'll talk to you later. So this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out. And I will see you guys in the next ones. So hopefully you guys have a good day or night whenever you guys are watching this video. So peace out.